Welcome to the Bedlam podcast, a place of uproar and confusion. You're joined by me, Tom, and on the other side of the camera is Sir Callum Scott.
Good afternoon to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, yeah.
I mean, it's not been a good day so far.
We can pretend that it's still morning and that everything's fine.
And Town are yet still to play against Middlesbrough this afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. And we're absolutely fine about it. I'm really confident that there's going to be a really good result.
Yeah, I hope that we play really, really well today. If we don't, then there's going to be uproar and confusion.
Nah, I won't be confused. I know exactly the reason why we'll draw 1-1.
I think people will be confused.
I think we'll draw 1-1.
I might put a bet on that right this second.
Goal scorers, Sorba Tom. Well, no, actually, I'm getting Dale Fry and an own goal. Dale Fry off a Sorba Thomas corner, and then Hackett for Middlesbrough.
Hackney. It's Hayden Hackney. Come on, do you not know the song?
No, I don't.
Do you know what I might put down as well? I might put down what times the goals went in as well. So I'm going to put, there's going to be no goals in the first half. There's going to be a goal in the 47th minute, and there's going to be a goal in the 61st minute.
If I can be bothered, I'll put a thing of the result, and then we can be like, how did they do it? How do they pretend to do it?
And I might also put on that Huddersfield Town got more booking points than Borough.
That would be, if that happens, of course, which we don't know because we're not recording this in the evening.
Well, come 5 o'clock, I could be a multi-millionaire.
And come 5:43, you could be recording the Bedlam podcast with myself, Callum Scott, here on the delectable Saturday we have.
Yes. Right. How do we want to start this? Should we start it with positivity or negativity?
Always get the negativity out early doors.
Right. Well, how's your week been?
Good up to a point.
Up to a point. Where was that point where you thought, fuck?
The point where I thought fuck has been generally bubbling under the surface for a while now, and I've not actually just stared it down in the face. And then this week I did. So that is that I will be out of here in June of 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And in an ideal world, I will be able to go straight from here into my own gaff, probably looking at back in Huddersfield.
Into my own gaff.
Yeah. Because I found out, this is one of the things that I found out that sent me into a bit of a fucking mental breakdown, was that the price of one room in a shared house in Manchester is equivalent to the price of a 2-bedroomed house in Huddersfield.
Fuck off.
I won't.
No.
I'll stay right here.
No, why? It's because you've just clearly just said it cost too much money.
No, I don't. Part of that. Anyway, so essentially, the trouble I'm wrestling with is that I should have been saving money for it sooner. I've just been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And now I'm in a position where I've found out how much it's going to all cost. I found out how much I'm going to need to save. And I found out that that's a lot of money.
Yeah. And it's going to cost a good few years to do.
See, I've worked it out, and there is a way that it can be done by July.
Subscribe to Callum's OnlyFans right here, right now.
And you'll find it's a Patreon. Thank you.
Patreon. Sorry, my bad. Are you selling naked photos on there as well?
No, what I'm doing is I'm selling excellent top drawer mental health content.
What, isn't that at tomshead.space?
That's yours.
Oh, right. Got you.
You've got a gaming chair. You've got a better looking wardrobe than mine. Quite frankly, it looks like quite sad, and a nicer looking bed. You do not need the Patreon money. I, after the events of the last couple of days, I need all the help I can fucking get.
Shouts out to GT Amiga. Yeah, GT Amiga. Sponsor me.
Yeah, we're not sponsored, but it doesn't mean we can't be. Shout out
Talking about
to
sponsorship, I had a bottle of Prime earlier on.
shout out to whoever made this wonderful 2023 day page diary. It's very handy, and I'm not one of those knobheads that can't acknowledge that he's got a diary and calls it a journal instead. It's a diary. We all know it's a diary.
I've got a day page diary as well.
Do you write things in it, like thoughts and reflections? I'm not asking you to read them out. Obviously, that would be a massive invasion of privacy.
No, but I did draw a graph on a piece of paper the wrong way around.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. I wrote it in the right section though, under notes.
Yeah.
The last entry that I put in here was on the 29th of June.
The last entry that I put in here was yesterday.
I've now got a shared calendar with the intern though.
The intern.
Yeah.
Is the intern okay? We've not spoken about the intern for a while.
Intern is fine, I think. I think intern got a little bit annoyed that we've not used any more of her content.
Do we have some more to use today? I'm just conscious. I'm feeling the intern's presence.
Yeah, I'm feeling the intern's presence as well.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Intern's just waved at me.
Yeah, that illusion didn't stay an illusion for very long, did it?
Right. So, intern loves to watch the YouTube videos.
Okay.
And I'm going to be really surprised and shocked if intern doesn't watch this week's episode on YouTube.
Me as well. No, I'd be really surprised and disappointed actually.
Yeah,
if only there was a way that the intern will be able to hear me when I say, please watch it, otherwise there will be severe consequences.
You can also watch it, listen to it on Spotify, apart from last week's episode. Fuck you, Martin.
Yeah, Martin from Acast. I don't know who you are, but I will rain down upon you so hard.
I'm coming for you quicker.
There's also another one. There's a woman, and I can't remember her name. I think it might be Emma. But
she makes mattresses.
Oh right, it's another name then.
Sigma. I don't know why I'm looking at intern. She's just looked back at me with a really puzzled look on her face. Like, I'm not fucking helping you out.
No, the intern wouldn't know. I mean, he or she is an intern. An unpaid intern.
No, we know that the intern's female because I rang her on one of the podcasts.
Oh yeah, shit. Forgot about
that. Yeah, so I'm not too sure how we're going to start this off because
I know how I can gently segue into this topic. Speaking of women that are now unpaid.
Yeah, brilliant, fantastic. Lucy Letby.
Yeah,
we got that. So I thought she was supposed to get charged today. Not charged, sentenced today. Oh, is it Monday? I clicked on totally the wrong thing. But yeah, so she has been charged and convicted of killing 7 babies and attempting to murder 10 more infants between June 2015 and June 2016. All I'm going to say, that's some kind of killing spree between a year.
Yeah, but in a hospital, it's easy to make it look like you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but everyone knew it was her, though, didn't they?
See, that's one thing, though, isn't it? That's like people that say about Savile. It's like, it's only obvious now, you know.
No, I think it was pretty. So listening to some of the interviews and stuff like that with her ex-colleagues, the suspicion was raised, but everyone
I've
just
seen
sort
a
of said,
couple
nah.
of people. There was a guy, a doctor, like a what they called like the high up doctors, a consultant that raised it to people at the time, and like was like really on it about it, and now has essentially been proved right. But at the time, nobody listened to him.
Yeah,
So
I think
like,
it's
I'd be
it's
really
just one of
mega
those
fucked
things.
off.
I think it's just one of those things of it's like, you know, where what happens now, it's like because so many people must have already known about it and had raised suspicions sooner. And then it's just like all the people that have turned around and just gone, oh no, nothing's happening. You know what happens to those now? Do they get done for manslaughter charges or anything like that because they could have prevented it from happening?
I don't really know because there's no real way that you could disprove or prove that they weren't working to the best of what they were given,
Yeah.
because there's like a certain way of doing things and certain procedures and shit. Um, and they would have probably followed them and then found not enough to get rid of her or take it to the police or whatever.
Then I also think that it now brings in sort of like a question mark over the NHS, as well as it's like because everyone's talking about it, be not being privatized no more. Um, you know, is this another stepping stone in the public interest and government's eye as well to sort of take it out of the privatized industry?
I think a lot. It's exactly the same thing as what's happened with what was his name, or what happened when Harold Shipman was doing his thing. The for those that don't know, the GP that killed people suspect over 100 people by doing essentially what Lucy Letby did and pretending to give them care and like giving them lethal doses of certain injections and things. And for a while there was a whole like, can I trust my GP for like everybody?
Well,
Um,
if you read Tom's head dot space, you'll see that GPs can't be trusted.
some
Some can't be trusted.
like so this is it's not personal to me, but it kind of is because obviously my mum's a nurse. So like I've seen how hard nurses work and the shit they have
Yeah,
to put up with in the NHS for the little return that they get out of it.
yeah.
And if this is something that's gonna put like a little seed of doubt into people's brains about all nurses, I think it's a little bit, it's unfair because it isn't all nurses. Most nurses take their what's it called, the oath that healthcare workers take. I don't know if that's just doctors actually, but most of
Put
them
the hand
take
on
it
the
really
Bible.
really serious on the health Bible. But most of them
Yeah,
take it really really seriously and really want to help people. To sort of tar them with the same brush like is it's just wrong.
yeah, yeah. But no, I think it just I don't know. I think there might be just some questions about what's going to go on over the next few weeks and months now, and where the NHS goes. If it's going to stay as it is, or if this is going to put a damper on it, and we've got to start paying for ambulances and to be seen by the hospital and stuff.
I do hope not, because although it would be good for my tax bill, it would be terrible for everybody in the long
No, no,
term.
this government will still find a way to take money from you.
Yeah, quite frankly, they've had enough. I don't feel I'm getting a return on my investment.
No, I'm not getting a return on mine either.
I pay my council tax, which goes towards all of the police, fire brigade, ambulance service. And I'm not saying that the people that work in there don't deserve the money. They deserve more. They deserve as much as we can give them. But they've been stretched so far beyond what is safe that now we're in a position where you'll ring an ambulance and you'll have to wait like 2 hours, two and a
Yeah.
half hours. You're like, I pay as much council tax as everybody.
They deserve more. The public sector deserve more. Same as like teachers and all that lot. But you're not having it out of my pocket.
Hmm. Uh,
But
interesting.
I also think, right, if you start paying these people more that have been wanting it more, then are they not going to then start wanting more tax from them
That
and saying, "Give us it."
right. When you say they're not having it out of your pocket, what do you mean?
Like my tax, don't put my tax up.
No, so what I'm saying is we are taxed enough
Yes,
to make these
exactly.
services work, and they're not doing. And it's because the government, for years and years, have tried to siphon off money to everywhere but where they should be going.
And they keep taking more.
Of course they do. They're Tories. That's what they do. They're
Keep taking a lot more all the time.
they're known for it. They've
Yeah,
got
but
form.
I mean, can they like put their hand in their own pocket?
No, because that would involve them spending their own money, and that's just cannot happen.
Yeah.
Cannot happen. Um, but yeah, for that's my thoughts on the matter anyway. Shit. We need to talk about Wrexham.
Why do we need to talk about Wrexham?
We've just played a 10-goal thriller.
Well, I just played an 18-goal thriller on FIFA.
Right, but it's not real.
It was. I was playing England versus Spain, which is the World Cup game, which would have probably happened by now, the
Not
time that this podcast comes out.
real, though, is it?
It is. Women's football is real. Stop being sexist, Callum.
FIFA isn't real.
No, it's not because it's finished now, isn't it? It's called EA FC.
Yeah, anyway, we're going to talk about Wrexham, right? Everybody thought that they'd come up, right, and they'd piss the division because of all the money they've got. What's happened is that they've not quite pissed it, but they're doing it Hollywood style.
Why?
Because what did they lose on the first day? Like 5-3?
Something like that, yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure their goal difference will be quite good.
Their goal difference is 0.
Yeah. And to say that they've had that, how many goals against?
It's 13 against, 13 for.
Right. You see what I mean?
One drawn. Sorry, 1-1, 1 loss, 2 drawn.
Do you see what I mean?
See what I mean?
See what I mean? It's just a bit mad.
It's weird because it's like Elliot Lee is brilliant. Like what a player Elliot Lee is. What's he? Where's he played for before?
I can sense there was a book coming there. I thought you were going to say something horrible about him, and I'd have to blur it out or like bleep
I know
it.
he's played for Barnsley and Luton and Charlton.
Oh, well, that's the football bit over. We don't have to talk about football ever again. What's your next bit to talk about? Tell me. I need
What's my next
direction in my
bit?
life. I need direction in my life.
Well, staying on the football thing, have you seen what happened to Luciano Spalletti, the Napoli manager or ex-Napoli manager?
Is this when the ultras gave him his car back?
So they stole his car to start off
Yeah,
with.
this was a while ago, wasn't it?
This was in October 2021.
I thought so.
They stole his car, but he's since left the Napoli job and has taken up the role as head coach of Italy. So
Oh yeah, because Mancini stepped down the other day, didn't he?
So what have the ultras done over the last couple of days?
I don't know. Have they stole his car again?
They've given him his steering wheel back.
That happened ages ago.
They didn't.
It did. That happened when he left Napoli.
When did he leave Napoli? He's only just left, hasn't he?
No.
Oh, well,
This happened ages ago.
I thought he'd only just left Napoli. I thought, yes, this is amazing.
No, hang on, let me find it.
I
But
swear he's only just left Napoli.
I swear this story happened a while ago.
Mm.
What's the man's name? Remind me.
Luciano Spatelli. Luciano Spatelli.
Luciano Spinelli.
Sorry about this, guys, on
He
Netflix.
left in June.
Well, it's not too far off then, is it?
The 19th of August. The man left in on the 14th of June.
Anyway, moving on. On Monday, I
Oh,
have I have date checked this. This is the Monday just gone, right? What was found inside the Eiffel Tower?
a big baguette.
Right. So you've had some mad nights out, haven't you, Callum?
Quite a few. I pride myself on that.
Have you ever woken up on a Monday morning inside the Eiffel Tower?
No,
Two American tourists were found inside the Eiffel Tower after they got pissed up on Sunday night.
I need more detail and I need it immediately.
That's all I've
How
got.
do you accidentally wander into the Eiffel? It's fucking huge.
I think they had tickets to go in on Sunday and they've just like either got lost or whatever, or just found themselves inside the Eiffel Tower and then on Monday morning being found by security. So they've sort of put a hold on opening up the Eiffel Tower in the morning just to remove them. It's two American tourists.
So, are there facilities to get pissed inside the Eiffel Tower, or did they come in preloaded?
I think they came in preloaded.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
To say that, I'm assuming the closing time for the Eiffel Tower is not like midnight.
No, yeah, probably not.
So they must have got pissed during the day.
Yeah.
Thought, fuck it, let's go to the Eiffel Tower.
This is where I thought that Americans didn't do really well with their alcohol.
I think this may be why they've ended up sleeping in the Eiffel Tower.
They've had
Someone's
a
giving
couple
them a
of
glass
Smirnoff
of
Ices.
wine. Someone's giving them a glass of wine with their lunch, and they've got shit faced.
Do you know? Have you seen those videos where they have that Smirnoff Ice hidden and they go, "Oh no, it's a Smirnoff Ice. It looks like I'm gonna have to down it."
Yeah, there was a whole thing on TikTok that blew me away. It was like Americans walking around going, "Oh no, bro, he got iced." Then down in the Smirnoff Ice, and you're like, I was doing that when I was about 14, 15, down the
And
park.
the last thing on my list is what have Germans been filling their vending machines with?
Sausages.
Yeah, they have.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. They say that they're not a predictable country, but come on.
Hungry Germans craving a sausage in the dead of night are increasingly turning to vending machines for their bratwurst, bockwurst, and barbecue meats.
Why does it make them sound like zombies? It's like they're turning to the streets for their fix of sausage.
But there is a strong development towards vending machine, which is used to deliver meat, milk, eggs, and other products to customers outside of court opening times.
Outside of court?
Court opening times.
I thought you said outside of court opening times, like they're just for criminals, just sausages for criminals.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. I seen it earlier and I thought, it might get it, but this is fantastic.
I mean, I think there's a whole lot of things that the Germans do really well, and that is just another confirmation of that fact.
Yeah, absolutely. It's some little things like that. It's like I've been watching this guy's vlog as well, and he's in Italy at the moment. And like throughout the COVID thing, like Italy was one of the worst hit countries, and they've got toilet flushers on the floor, so you stand on it and it flushes the toilet. Same with the sinks, so there's no taps or no automatic thing where you put your hand under it. You put your foot on the thing and it puts water out. And the doors are automatic as well. So you walk towards the door and it just automatically opens.
Right. I don't know whether this is just a thing for the part of Italy that I went to, but when we went to Milan, right, I was desperate for a, a number two, right? And I found
Right.
this dodgy little fucking cafe, right off the tube. And I was like, this is dangerous, this, but I don't have a choice. So I went in, I said in my best Italian, "Do you have a toilet?"
Do you have toilet there?
And then I bought a Fanta because I felt bad. I went in, right, and everything looked very, very normal, right? You could say that I was lured into a false sense of security by this. Walk in, there's a door and a sink, and then another door to where the toilet that I required was, right?
Right.
I opened the door. The scene of horror that greeted me has not left me since. It was a hole in the floor. There
Have
was
you just
no
like accidentally walked into Asia or something?
there was nowhere to sit. There was no there was no toilet paper.
Oh, okay, that's wrong. That's wrong.
And there was nothing in this little cubicle other than the hole in the floor, which had two predetermined little places for your feet, right? And without getting too graphic, I don't know who used it before me, but fuck me. I hope they were on their way to go and see a doctor. It was
You
like,
know, right? What is it like squatting over a hole in the floor and having a dump?
well, I had no choice, so I had to use it, and it was the worst experience of my life.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was awful.
Well, I thought that it was like the best thing for it because, like, when I go to the toilet, I stand on my tippy toes when I'm sat down because it sort of straightens up your thing.
That is supposed to be the best thing scientifically for you to when you're doing it. It's supposed to be the best way to do it, right? But I like to make a bit of an event out of mine, right? It's a bit of me time in the day, you know. Go on, sit there, sit there, right? I will sit there and just these things can take upwards of 20 minutes. I'm just catching up on TikTok and just, you know, making a bit of an event out of the occasion. It's just me in there, you know, nothing to worry about, and that's it. It's done, and then I can have the privilege of getting up and being able to wipe my own ass, right? Whereas in Italy, they're all very go 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 go. You gotta go. Just fucking stand. Shit. No wipe. Pants up. Straight back on the train.
Is that why there's a crust on the pizza? Because something to do with right, hear me out. The reason the crust on the pizza is not meant to be eaten. It's meant to have a barrier between your fingers and the topping of the pizza, so you don't have to like lick your fingers and you
Interested
don't
to
eat the
see
crust.
where the connection between me shitting in a hole in the floor and this is made, but go on.
Well, if you've not been able to wipe your ass, then I'm guessing there's no facilities to be able to wash your hands because technically you've not touched your ass.
No, there was a sink.
So did you wash your asshole in the sink or something?
I don't know, but what I had to do because I couldn't just leave it because that's just really, really wrong. Was get some of the fucking hand towels from the sink and you know use them because I couldn't. There was no way that I was just gonna pull my shorts back up and walk out of there.
I've now got a vision in my head with your shorts around your ankles, just hobbling to the sink to grab some hand towels so you
Luckily,
can
it was a
wipe
very
your ass.
small area, so I was able to gently open the door a crack, reach my arm out, fumble for him a little bit, and then I found him and I pulled like a load out and was.
But it's the type of like position that you're in that's one of those vulnerable positions where you move forward just a little bit and you just fall flat on your face and you just go, "Oh no, I've just kissed the bathroom floor."
Yeah, it's also one of those moments where you start to apologize for everything that you've ever done in your life. Just, oh dear God, I'm so sorry for anything that I've done to deserve this. I'm just so sorry.
I mean, I'd be really sorry as well.
And
That
anyway,
had happened.
well, to tie it round to what you were saying, there was a button on the floor to flush it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So thank you. Be wary in Italy, guys. Some places have normal human people toilets. Some have holes in the floor. Be careful.
So you're telling me not to remove my toilet and have a poo in the floor?
Yeah, that would be my advice. Or
So,
at least make sure that your hole in the floor is well catered with toilet paper.
oh no, I'd make sure of that.
Yeah, well, I didn't have
But
that luxury.
maybe, right, thinking from the Italian government side of things, maybe the reason why there wasn't any toilet paper is because the toilet system couldn't cope with the toilet paper.
I'll counter that by saying the toilet system not being able to cope with toilet paper is bullshit compared to me not being able to cope with having to have a shit in a hole and then pull my pants up without wiping.
This is where you go back out onto the street and your friends turn around and go, "Do you smell dog poo?" And you're there going,
Yeah, and you're there like, yeah, it
um,
might be me
uh.
because I didn't have the facilities to wipe my own ass.
So you're just walking around with shit hanging out your ass.
See? And there was no way I was going to allow that to happen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where does this feel like Toby Tarrant on Radio X where he talks about penis? We're just talking about shit.
I can start talking about penis if it makes you feel more comfortable.
We're literally talking about shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're keeping you awake.
Yeah. Um, I can't tell whether we're talking shit or we're talking about shit.
Both.
Fair enough.
Both.
Fair
Both.
enough. Yeah, I mean that was a bit of a tangent, and I apologize, but I'm gonna send you on another one.
Go on then.
Right. Cast your mind back to your school days, yeah?
£5 note, being told this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
No, I don't mean when you were groomed.
Coughing. Yeah.
That's a reference back to the very first episode of the Bedlam podcast. You can listen to that on all good listening platforms. Anyway,
It's all coming back to me now.
did you ever do the shoebox Christmas thing?
What?
I can't remember what it was called. Operation Save That Child or something. I don't know. Right. So my school had a thing. You bring in a shoebox, right?
Right.
You fill it with like tins, toothbrush, maybe a little toy, little teddy or something. Wrap it up in like wrapping paper and send it to Africa for some kids.
Okay.
Right, and that was I
No.
want to know whether that was just my school that made us do that, and it was all the big scam that they just kept all the like posh kids just they made sure they got their shoeboxes and made sure to open them to see if they want an iPod inside.
I mean,
All that.
we didn't. I don't think we. I don't recall ever doing anything like that. But I recall partnering with a school in Africa and writing letters back and forth.
I've just a quick Google there to find out that I wasn't going mental, right? And it's called Operation Christmas Child.
Right.
Okay, a simple shoebox packed with love and fueled by prayer can have this. In fairness, this might have been a Catholic school thing.
Okay.
So
No, we wrote letters to kids in Africa and stuff like that, and partnered up with the school. I think my primary school did as well.
did they write back?
I can't remember because so primary school, I think it was the schools partnered up, and we sent them stuff and they sent us stuff. But because I'm so old, I don't remember any of that. But in high school, when I was in geography, we partnered up with another class in a school in Africa, and we're writing back and forth and stuff like that. But again, can't remember because I'm so old.
I was gonna say it must have been difficult to have a conversation that like you sent one half of the conversation off, and then a month or two later, the other half had come back and you'd forgotten what you'd said in the first one.
I mean, it's like emails, they're still there, so you remember. Because, this, I'm not that old where we didn't have fucking laptops or
Right, you
computers
made it sound like
or
you wrote them a
USB sticks.
letter.
Yeah, we wrote them a letter on the typewriter and with a fountain pen. We had to dip a piece of fucking, what is it, into an ink fountain.
Your little feather quill into your
That's
ink
it.
pot.
There's a little feather into the ink fountain.
Onto your parchment because you didn't have paper because you weren't
And we
invented
had to
then.
write it in as neatest handwriting, but you can't tell what you're writing because it's all fucking joined up.
Yeah, you have to do.
Why is one of the things that primary school teachers teach you to do is joined up writing? You can't read the bastard.
Yeah, but like I still use that now.
What, joined up writing?
Well, my writing is just naturally joined up.
Mine isn't. Well, what? Because you write each letter on top of each other.
No, that's not how I write.
Oh.
I just write like. It's difficult to do it in this medium because I can't show people what I mean, right? But if I was to write my name, it'd be like a C, and then the A would be joined up to the L, and the U would be joined up, and the M would be joined up.
Wow, do you know I'm really proud of you?
So, yeah, but that's what I mean. I was taught that in school, and unlike
No.
fucking algebra and trigonometry and SOHCAHTOA, it's one thing that I've
I'm
actually
really
held on to.
proud of you. Really proud of you because you know how to spell your own name.
I think I actually spelled it wrong. I think I missed out the U. So my name is Calm.
Are you?
No, because you're making me remember school. Making me remember. Actually, to be fair, I got a load of these the other day.
Wow.
School pencils.
Whoa.
But did your school ever make you, like, in like the last year of primary school or something, graduate from a pencil to a pen?
I don't think it was the last year of primary school. It was
Mine was the
like
last year, like year 6, you were allowed to get your pen license, like it's a
mine was
fucking
like
driving license.
year 3 or 4.
It might have been even called a pen contract.
Uh, yeah, and something to do with if you were still writing shit. If you had been promoted to a pen and you started writing shit with a pen, you got put back on pencil.
Yeah, but I prefer writing in pencil anyway.
Same.
So that wasn't bad for me. I was just like, yeah, sound. I'll just get rid of this horrible shit pen. And being left-handed, writing with them pens means that the ink wouldn't dry fast enough for me to not drag my words across the page with the rest of my hand.
You're one of those. You're a left-hander.
One of them.
No way. We need to string you up and hang you.
If you could make sure that before you do that, I've got ample facilities to go for a shit, that would be fun.
You're not going to need to because your body's going to go into spasm and it'll just come out anyway.
A lot of people say that my body's already in spasm.
Okay.
Without the on the end.
Oh, okay. Got you.
It's a thinker. It's a thinker.
What else have we got to talk about, Callum?
I don't really know. Do you want to confer with the intern and see if she's got anything?
The intern is currently watching TikTok on her phone with her earphones in, so she's not currently listening.
Oh, okay. Did she provide anything beforehand?
She said something about ice hockey.
Still don't
Basically, intern wants to know if you're an ice hockey fan.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I've never watched it.
So basically, right, when you are back in Yorkshire for a weekend and there's an ice hockey game on, are you coming?
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
Perfect. I have my first second ice hockey game coming up soon.
The only thing I want to know with regards to ice hockey is how they make the ice.
Have you not seen it on YouTube?
Yeah, but I want to hear it from the actual people.
You want to hear it from the intern?
Well, I mean, if the intern knows, then
Right, here we go. This is gonna be pretty fun. Right. Uh, do you know how they make ice?
don't say freezing water.
She said, they freeze water
I meant how they do it in like how does it not melt?
because they have big slabs of it.
How long's a game of ice hockey?
There's 3 20-minute bits,
3 20-minute bits.
15-minute gaps.
So like
15-minute gaps
an
in
hour
between.
plus the added on bits. If I had a big piece of ice that I just left out for like an hour and a bit, it'd probably start melting. So I'm not taking that as an answer.
Zamboni.
Yeah, the Zamboni takes the ice off it takes the top layer off. It takes the top layer off.
Yeah, that helps.
The Zamboni helps it stay cold, apparently.
A what?
The Zamboni.
Sorry,
Have you never seen a Zamboni? What?
You must be mistaking me for someone that's watched ice hockey before.
Yeah, but she said, "Have you ever been ice skating?"
Look at me. I went roller skating once, lasted 10 seconds, and then broke my wrist.
This Callum is a oh, we've got a picture of a Zamboni. Hang on.
It's just a oh. I know what you're showing me, but like for the viewers at home, it's a terrible lack of focus there.
I'm sorry, but MagSafe stuff is really shit, isn't it?
Why have you got a Bob Marley style phone? Why has it got a braid?
It's not mine. It's interns.
That's family photos. That you've just shown family photos on the podcast.
No, it's not. Right, she has photos with the team printed on the back of her phone.
The team of the ice hockey.
Yes, Leeds Knights.
Right. Okay. Yeah, cover it up. You've still not shown me a fucking Zaporizhia or whatever it's called.
No, that's a Zamboni.
So it's just a street
Right.
cleaner that's been modified for cold conditions.
Yes, basically. So what it does is, right, the Zamboni takes off the top layer of ice to make it flat again.
And it'll be colder underneath as well. So yeah, that does right. Okay, cool. Nice. That was there.
So so basically you build the ice on top of the concrete. So you down to bare concrete, and normally it's like frozen. So like in football terms, you've got underfield heating. In ice hockey, it's like underfield freezing.
Oh, right.
So
Perfect.
it's like
I'm getting answers.
So it's cold concrete, and depending on how they paint the stuff on, so they can either have it as the concrete is white, and you build up from there, and after a couple of layers, you paint the things on,
and then you
so
put
you either
more
paint it,
stuff on top, so it's like so it doesn't get damaged when the twats are flying into each other.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, learning.
And then where the net is, there's holes in, and the nets drop into the holes. So when you get an ice hockey player that goes flying into the net, it just hurts himself because it's stuck into the ground.
Are they not like padded up to fuck?
Yeah, they're padded up to fuck. Yeah.
Good, because that actually, to be fair, that would make the sport a lot more enticing for someone like me if they weren't padded up.
What?
And they weren't allowed to play in anything that would protect them from the cold. Essentially, then it's not a sport; it's an endurance test. So who dies first.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because the match that we went to the other week was just a charity game, whereas
what's the sort of scoring? You know, like in football, scoring 5 goals is a hell of a lot, and you'd be like, "Whoa, that's a smacking."
Yeah, I think it's similar.
Like,
She says it depends who you're playing.
So no one win. Like if you were to win like 20-0, it'd be madness. Because in
Yeah,
my
that'd
head,
be
people will play games like and it'll end 15-20. You're like,
yeah,
ooh,
that'd be
close
mad.
game.
I think like your normal sort of scoring, I think, is about 10 goal mark.
win two, not all, not 30.
Yeah, the 10 goals a match.
Well, that's good. That's cool.
So like,
Just like Wrexham today. Oh, nice.
yeah, so something similar like that.
Oh, well,
It's
yeah,
not like
I'd be up for
basketball
giving
where
that a
it's like
spin.
it's not like basketball where it's 150 to 125.
Yeah, this is what I meant. I didn't know that like I don't want to go away disappointed if I've only seen 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, the scoring is same as football. It's just like a point a goal.
That's good. That's good. But they can go behind the nets, can't they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
we
yeah.
spent
So
way too
you're gonna
much
have to
on
come.
this. How
You're
did we
gonna have to
get
come
from
with
me
us.
shitting into a hole to how ice hockey is the
The
sport?
first ice the first ice hockey match is on the 9th of September. And
Let's
there's
do
another
it.
one on the 15th of September.
Who's playing who?
Leeds are playing Hull on the 9th.
Uh huh.
And then on the 15th it's Solway. They're new to the league this year, apparently.
Where are they from?
Scotland.
I'll back them.
They're from Scotland.
I'll back them. I'll go in the away end.
You'll be at the way end.
It's
Me
only
and 4 other people, the mothers of the players. He's playing well, isn't he, Christine? He's not doing too bad. Only skidded on his arse 4 times, which in this
But they should
sport
be
is pretty good.
but they should be good at it because Scotland's cold and it's more icy up there, shouldn't it? So they should be good at staying on the feet.
Yeah, no, that's logic that I won't argue with.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, perfect. Well, let's do that thing.
Cheers.
Let's get that done.
Aye.
Book that in.
All right. I mean, I've already got tickets, so
Well, I'll do it then. Whatever. I need you to get me tickets to an ice hockey game, sport that I now know everything about.
there is another one on the 30th of September, but Huddersfield are at home on that day as well.
Yeah, I'm not willing to sacrifice that just yet. But to be fair, by that time we might be relegated, so I might go.
There is one on the 24th of November that I don't think Intern's bought tickets for yet.
Right, this is turning into a little bit of an advert for ice hockey, so maybe we
That's a
should.
Sunday,
That's a Sunday.
4:15. You could make your way over.
I could.
We could make an evening of ice hockey.
We could.
She's nodding.
Nodding.
And
No.
something to do with the jerseys maybe here by then as well. They got
upstairs.
they got the white jersey. It's grey, she says.
Okay, wonderful. Right. Yeah, anything more to add before we go our separate ways?
I was just playing with a shirt button that's just fallen off, but I don't know where it's gone.
Okay. Well, I've just got a copy through of a story that I've written for a magazine.
Found it. It's there.
So you can see a little advanced copy there. Good luck reading that.
Oh, is this
copyright.
for FC United or Manchester?
So it's for a magazine that isn't about it. The story is about FC, but the magazine is about all sorts of football. So yeah, you can read that in Trasferta magazine. If you want in next month's edition, pick that up at £3.50. Great deal.
Very good.
Very
Anyway,
good.
do you want to plug your Patreon?
Yeah, I do. So I've set up a Patreon, and it's about all the stuff that sort of this podcast was set up about. plus some more writing that I'll do and some little videos and stuff. And it's just as much for me as it is for the people that are going to read it, essentially. And it costs no more than a pint or a fancy London water, whatever you want. Because obviously I'm not trying to mug people. I'm not that sort of not that sort of a journalist, you know.
But
But
you've got a mask, you've got disguises, so you can.
I've got yeah. I mean, I could be. The potential is there, but I'm not because I'm a nice guy. I'm
Give
approachable.
me your fucking money.
Yeah, me and the Scottish women that I'll be going to the ice hockey with, we could set up a little cartel.
I'll
And
book
just
you a
rob
hotel
people.
room, don't you? Willie?
But yeah, I set it up on Patreon because I need to keep the lights on as much as anything, but I don't want to rob people to do that. And it's a good little revenue stream that won't cost people too much, but gets my work seen. So
I get a feeling that I need to make a skit now.
you don't have to.
Just for £5 a month, you can keep Callum's food on the table for him.
Well, it's actually going to go towards saving for the new gaff. So
Oh God.
maybe we won't advertise that. But yeah, the Patreon is Headspace with Callum Scott, and you can find it on my social media.
We will put it on our socials and in the link in the description.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do that.
And if people are interested, then they can go and have a ganders.
I appreciate that times are tough for people at the moment, so I'm not gonna hold anyone to ransom. I'm not gonna like fucking pay it.
As we spoke about earlier on in the episode.
Yeah, exactly. So it's there if you want it and you think it would be useful, and if you don't and you want to tell me to fuck off, that's still free. So
Fuck off.
thank you. See, didn't cost you a penny. Love that.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Anyway, well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Bedlam podcast.
Have you enjoyed it more than last week? Because we both came away from last week saying it was a little bit disjointed.
Oh, last week was horrendous. Hang on. Intern, how was last week's episode? Nodding. Good. It was all right.
He's contractually obliged to say that. It's in the terms of the contract that she
Did
doesn't.
you have any
know she's
feedback
signed.
from the CEO to see how good it was?
No, none.
Oh,
Which may be slightly worrying. So let's hope that with this one, we can keep our own lights on.
yeah, for £5 a month, you can keep the lights on. Bedlam HQ.
We have to prove to the CEO that we are pulling our weight.
Anyway, guys, please, as you've noticed, we're struggling here. So go like us, follow us on Facebook at Bedlam with Tom and Cal, or head over to Instagram and follow us, Bedlam YT. This week's episode should be on Spotify this week. So Martin, please pull your finger out.
Yeah, Martin. And I'd like to thank this week's not sponsors, GT Omega Chairs. Thank you. And Monster, the official, non-official drinking partner of the Bedlam podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye.